now. Recording in progress. We will record this and then we will upload this to YouTube, so you guys can have you can share that as well after the fact. And we are about to get started. And one more thing I need to do is spotlight myself. And Ed, Ruben, you know what to do.
Let's see, where are we? All right.
It's the Tommy Feldman Happy Hour. Woo, we did it, you guys.
Woo, yeah.
We're here. It's happy hour, the end of the week. We made it. Great to see everybody here. We've got great comics here tonight. We've got people watching live. It's a happy time of the week. And, you know, we're still in the pandemic, apparently. I thought we were done, and we thought the show was gonna scale back, but guess what? We've got people coming back on again and watching now because they're not able to go do live stuff anymore. But let's not get into too much of that and depress ourselves. Let's stay happy because it's happy hour. So let's have happy hour. Let's be happy, you guys. It's the Tommy Feldman Happy Hour for those of you who are new to the show. Basically, it's a talk show. We do a little bit of everything on here. We do a little bit of improv. We do a little bit of a sketch comedy. We do a little bit of character comedy. And we do a little bit of stand-up. Everything. It's a complete and holistic, wonderful comedy package produced by our regulars here. And you can find out more about them in the show page. But let's just get right into it, you guys. Let's get right into it. We always start the Tommy Feldman Happy Hour here with some news. And this week we got a lot of great stories this week. So let's get right into the news of the week. And here we go. All right. So, and by the way, comedians, before I get into that, comedians, you are welcome to comment on any of the jokes that I've made. If they're not jokes, if I haven't done a good job and they're not funny, please chime in, help me out. So it's an interactive process, this news. All right. OnlyFans reversed course this week, saying that they will in fact allow sexually explicit content on the website. This was following a huge backlash from their creators. Originally, they had come out and said, starting October 1st, we're going to be a clean family friendly, but they were certainly trying to become more business-like, I suppose. But that is not going to happen. It's not going to happen. In fact, they're going to double down on their current strategy of pornography, I suppose, and they're going to change their name to Only Fannies. Only Fannies. Yeah. So if you're a fan of fannies,
as a black man, I'm a huge fan of fannies. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be subscribing to that new service.
All right. Yeah. There you go. All right. So definitely going to check that out. Let's go to our next story of the night. Thank you, Eric, for the commentary. So Kanye West said on Tuesday this past week that he has now applied to the California courts to legally change his name to Ye. So instead of Kanye, he will be known simply as Ye. But he's been very clear about the pronunciation. He does not want to be known as Ye. I don't know. Wait, who says that? Millennial?
Is it really pronounced Yay? Because it's spelled wrong, right? I don't know.
All I can say is yippee-ki-yay.
Yeah. It is Yay.
It usually goes by Yee, right? It's like Yeezy. I thought it'd be Yee, but anyway, it's for another time.
I had to look this up, you guys. I was like, well, is it Yay or Yee or what? And then they said, no, it's the Kanye's Yay.
Like his shoes are even called Yeezys, so I have to call him Yeezys now. Right. Like, yeah, like what?
I don't know.
That guy.
I believe the past tense is Ye.
Yeah, past tense.
Third tone Mandarin. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Moving on. Earlier this week, a scientist published footage of a giant tortoise swallowing a baby bird whole in the Seychelles Islands, revealing an extremely rare example of predatory behavior in tortoises, which were thought to mostly be herbivores. So this is amazing find, and the scientists, they tried to find this murderous tortoise, but the suspect had gone into hiding. He'd gone into hiding. Okay. That's it.
That's horrible.
Yeah,
So
I was hoping for like a Ninja Turtle reference or something, like Donatello or something. Yeah,
That would have been
next week.
That would have been better. This was from Jacob Parnell. I don't know if you guys remember Jacob Parnell. Ed, you may. He's active on Comedy Wire. He said, this was the top rated joke for this particular story, and I thought, oh, this will translate well to Zoom comedy, and didn't. So that's what's great about Zoom. Sometimes these things work, and sometimes they don't. The world's fastest accelerating roller coaster closed this week after breaking several riders' bones. This roller coaster, it's in Japan, and it's known for super death speeds going from 0 to 112 miles per hour in just 1.5 seconds. Okay, but now, unfortunately, it's not just the world's fastest accelerating roller coaster. It's the world's fastest lawsuit waiting to happen.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm terrified of roller coasters. The only roller coaster I take is the Lazy River in Orlando.
Save you a trip to the chiropractor.
Yeah, I was gonna say they probably give you like medicine, like pain meds right after the accident, so it could be a groovy time. Who knows?
And thanks for the comment, Victoria. I don't know if you guys know, we have a new special guest on tonight, Victoria, the radical vegan. Welcome, Victoria, to the show. Always like to hear your comments.
Yeah, happy to be here. I'd really recommend everyone to pay attention to my background.
Okay.
I think everyone should become vegan, including that tortoise. I was really good in today's lineup, but it's all good.
It's always disappointing, right, Victoria, when we lose someone to being, a meat eater, right? I mean, sad, huh?
I just find it really tragic that people don't love animals like they love eating meat. And I think it's really a reflection of their self-love, I think it's kind of like a spiritual cannibalism, and we should really put those people in jail.
Victoria, you're onto something. We've got one more story here, you guys. Let's just do that one here. Now, I know this is definitely not, Victoria, this is not going to make you happy, or maybe it will. We'll see.
Is that a Boca burger? Is that plant-based?
No.
I recommend veggie.
It's definitely a good old-fashioned New York hot dogs. Researchers at the University of Michigan School of Public Health say that eating just one hot dog shaves 36 minutes off of a person's life. This, according to their study of popularly consumed foods. Now, New Yorkers were surveyed about this, and they said two things, you guys. One, they said a hot dog may lose you 36 minutes, but it can also save you 60 minutes on your lunch break.
Yeah.
So, in the end, you save, you get time. If you've ever tried to grab lunch on the streets of New York. And the other thing that they said, number two, was forget about it. And that was the news of the world. Guys, give it up for me. For putting that.
You really shouldn't forget about the whole life that was lost.
Should we talk about the lives lost?
Yeah, I mean, it may save you 36 minutes, but did it save all those animals 36 minutes?
No, it didn't.
It saved them a lifetime, actually. Yeah. The remainder of their lifetime, I guess.
Oh, I see, Victoria, you are wearing a veggie hot dog shirt.
Yeah, I think they're just as affordable. It's $2. You can find that on my Patreon, where I'm selling veggie hot dogs, so you don't have to put carcasses between bread.
Okay. All right. Well, you guys, it's time to get into our first interview of the night. So let me put this over here and go back to my original screen here. And guys, he's here. He is here. He's come here all the way from Florida by way of Hungary, or Hungary by way of Florida. Let's put him in the spotlight and add him to the spotlight. Guys, give it for Imre Mehesz. You guys.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming on. Thank you for coming on. I really do appreciate it, Imre. Now, I usually like to start up with a little bit of an intro. I know you because I've seen you on Zoom Comedy.
Yes.
And you have a very unique style comedy, sometimes a little bit dark, but overall very, very interesting. Yeah, I liked your Zoom comedy, and I had been meaning to get you on, but I struggled to get you on the show because you've been so busy, which is a good thing. That means that, ladies and gentlemen, that means he's a working comic, so that's a great thing. But thank you for finally coming on the show. And tell us a little bit more about your background. I mean, you came from Hungary, then now you're in Florida, and so many different things. Tell us about you, your background, and especially how you got into comedy.
Yes. So I moved here from Hungary back in like 2003, and then I didn't get into comedy till 2017. So I'm not gonna bore you guys with those years, but it was something that I always wanted to try. It was always in the back of my mind. My whole family was always funny. I was actually not even the funniest in the family. And yeah, I remember when they found out that I do stand-up comedy, my godmother was like, "You really?" I'm not the funniest person in the family, but I always wanted to try it. And 2017, I started writing. I found out I actually didn't know about these open mic comedians. I didn't know that level of comedy existed. And in 2017, roughly, I started going down to an open mic. That's actually my background, my first open mic background.
Okay.
Here in Jacksonville, Florida. And so I started writing for about like good 7-8 months. I showed up every week for the open mic, but I didn't go up on stage, which looking back was a big mistake. I think I should have gone up the first night I went over there, because it just gives you so much experience. So anyway, I was waiting for about 7-8 months when I did my first set, and I never stopped performing pretty much. Like I always try to make sure that I put in the work, put in the writing time, and because that's what matters. And I'm just curious about how did you wind up in Jacksonville, and is there a decent comedy scene there? We have a pretty good comedy scene. Yeah, especially now we have open mics, I think almost every day, like during the week.
Oh wow. Okay.
A weekend one is coming up now, I think, starting in a couple of weeks. So there is a pretty strong comedy scene here, and Jacksonville is a big enough city to support all the comedians. So that's why I'm always busy, because I'm always either at mics or trying to get on shows or doing shows and stuff like that. So yeah, if you want to move to Florida.
Well, how did you wind up in Jacksonville? I mean,
my brother lives in South Florida, West Palm Beach area. So, and I just this is where I found jobs and stuff. Okay. So that's how I ended up in Jacksonville.
Okay, yeah. Makes sense. And you are, well, let's see. Now, Florida, obviously, now in the middle of the pandemic, it's kind of in a unique situation of you have the liberty of people are going out now and performing, and everything's open, and you can just go into places with no mask on and do stuff. But at the same time, obviously, there's, you were doing the Zoom thing before. So, I mean, how does it feel to finally be out? Do you still feel a little bit weird about it, or are you?
I was kind of nervous. I was one of those comedians. I did not go out. I didn't do any live shows. I want to say for a year, maybe almost close to a year. Yeah. And now others, like, the pandemic started when in March, the first lockdown. I think Florida was locked down maybe 2 weeks, but no, 2 months. I mean, so, but not even that. So I know comedians, they kept, pushing it and everything. And once I got my vaccine, my first shot, I started going out and trying to get back into it. And I'd be honest with you, like, because I was doing Zoom the whole time, or, other online shows, it didn't feel as weird. I was like, because, I already performed live, so I know what it felt like.
Yeah.
And I didn't really feel like, I know some people talking about how weird it is and shaking the rust off, but I think it's thanks to Zoom comedy that I didn't feel that rusty.
Now, you sent in some clips of your comedy. I'd like to go ahead and play those, and then I also want to talk a little bit about some of your other comedy activities. So let's go to some of Imre's comedy. We can do that here. Figure out how.
I'm nervous because I don't know which one you picked. So
I picked two of them. I picked. We'll start with animal cruelty. Let's start with animal cruelty.
I'm so happy you're talking about this.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. That's right.
Perfect.
Victoria, it's not as bad as you think.
It's worse.
We're gonna have to talk to scheduling
we'll
again.
See.
It's a terrible issue.
Where is this? Imre, is this the Midnight is the name of the club?
Yeah, it's called the Midnight. It's in Gainesville, and they always treated me very well. So I love to go. I love to go to Gainesville and do their room.
All right.
If you guys ever in Gainesville, which is a huge college town, it's always fun.
So here's Imre at the Midnight.
So I read it in Tampa recently. A guy got arrested because he was repeatedly jumping on migrating turtles. The animal cruelty is not funny, but his name was Mario. So.
His name was Mario. Did not see that coming, or maybe I should have seen that coming.
Yeah, it's hit and miss. Well, I mean, the joke itself works 99% of the time.
Yeah.
But some people come up to me and that was funny, but I thought about it or something. But I still like that joke, and it's one of my closers because it gets a reaction.
Victoria, is it okay to jump on turtles if it's in the virtual world?
I'm really glad that you brought this up. I've never thought about how video games really normalize animal cruelty, and I think I'm gonna make some calls after this. I feel like your bit was really inspiring.
That's good. Okay, so something positive came out of it.
Yeah. The funny thing is, I actually had a tag for Nintendo, but it never works. People are not laughing at it. Just Nintendo being how to make a murderer. And as a joke, it never works.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you were just going to say the guy gets on the turtle and says, "Wee!"
All right, you have another cool clip here. This is about a robot. I like this one as well. Is this also at midnight, or is it a different venue?
Okay, so my idea was that I never like to post my jokes online, but I'm I'm gonna post open mic stuff because the crowd is different from an actual show. So I just like these awkwardness. These are mostly from open mics actually.
Okay.
And this one is in Jacksonville at Justice Pub. Yeah.
Okay. All right, we're gonna play this one.
The last girl I was seeing, she told me that I was emotionally unavailable like a robot. And I said, false. 0011001. And she also said that for Valentine's Day, she wanted something that would melt her heart. So I got her a pressure cooker.
That's the darkness I referred to before.
Yeah.
as I peruse some of your jokes, I thought, definitely he thinks of things differently than other people.
Well, I mean, it is funny to me. Like when I started, I joked about the regular stuff, and slowly I went into this direction. The funny thing is, I mean, you guys probably all know who Anthony Jeselnik is.
Yeah.
And when I started comedy, somebody was like, "Oh, like Anthony Jeselnik." I'm like, "Who?" And I didn't even know who he was.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm a huge fan now, but back in the day, it was just funny.
And you also are involved with the Hot Breath, and it is too. You're involved with the Right 10 Club, and why don't you just tell everybody a little bit about that? Because for comedians that are watching, that's a good resource.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm huge into writing. I love writing comedy in general, but jokes specifically for my stand-up. And I got involved when the pandemic started with Joel Byers. who runs the Hot Breath universe pretty much. And I started hosting, like we have writing sessions during the day, and he does the morning writings. I think it's Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I do the Thursday night one at 10 p.m. So you we pick a random word, I generate it with a computer, and then you get 10 minutes to write a joke. And then people vote on the jokes, and you can win experience.
Excellent. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, I listen to the Hot Breath stuff, and Ed also participates in it as well. It's really good for if you want to just practice writing on a daily basis. But his material, his content on his podcast is great too.
He interviewed over, I think, I don't know from the top of my head, but I think 500 comedians, like Jax Foxworthy, like big names too.
Of course, yeah. No, it's great, and it's great that you do it, that Imre, and for those of you that are interested in tracking your jokes, or Imre also has on his YouTube channel he talks about a tool that he's developed, a way to track joke writing on a spreadsheet, and so that we'll put that up on our group page. I wanted to make sure Imre gave you a chance to thank you to promote anything that you want to promote. And do you have any shows coming up you want to talk about, or any
Yeah, I'm actually gonna be in Orlando on Tuesday. So if any of you are in Florida, Orlando area, I'm gonna do a set at Tin Roof. And you guys can always find me in Jacksonville doing open mics, Daytona, Orlando area.
Okay.
And my website is iamstandup.com. That's my initials.
All right, perfect, great.
That's
well, thank you for Imre for coming on the show. We appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate
Can I
it.
actually ask you one final question?
Sure.
Yeah, I noticed you said that you're hungry, and I just wanted to know, like, how do you sustainably fix that problem?
Well, I actually eat a lot of vegetables, but I do eat meat also. Not turtles, but
Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Oh,
I have a request. If you ever go on tour with a Florida man, let me get tickets, bro. I love Florida man. Yeah, he's the best. He's the best. Yeah.
We are all Florida man here.
You're all the best.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. Well, now it's time for a little bit of improv. That's right here on the Tommy Feldman Happy Hour. We try to do improv, and it's a good time. Our leader in the improv endeavor is Ed Ruben. Ed, why don't you explain to everyone what it is we do here with improv?
Why, sure. Well, if you're doing normal improv, you're never supposed to ask questions, but we have flipped it on its head, and we are playing a game called Only Questions. So everything participants say is supposed to be in the form of a question, and whoever on the show would like can participate, and we have a random word / location / relationship generator, and we just use that as sort of the start, and off we go. And then when somebody says something that is not in the form of a question, Tommy will ring the "you're out" bell, and that little episode is over. And we usually get about 2 or 3 of these in. So who on the show would like to participate today?
Guests are welcome to try.
Yeah. You don't have to. It's just
why don't we start off with Ed and Ed, maybe you want to start off with somebody, a regular, to demonstrate.
All right. All right,
Victoria,
Victoria, would you like to?
So let's.
Yeah.
All righty.
It's going to be Victoria and Ed, and let's go to the random word generator.
Oh.
Let's see. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Let's ask.
Well, I think Victoria has a special relationship with food, so let's go with relationship. What do you think,
All right.
Victoria?
Sounds good to me.
Hacker, bank manager.
Yep.
Those sound like very different things.
How did you get into all of our accounts so quickly?
How have you been doing it so slowly all this time?
How do you think I keep my job?
How did you even get this job?
Who do you think I sucked up to?
Who do you know here?
Who don't I know here, huh?
Why do they trust you with money?
You wouldn't trust me with your money?
Can you even count?
Who needs to be able to count?
Did you pass math class?
What's math class?
What was on your resume?
I don't know. What does $500 look like?
How do you sleep at night knowing that you did that?
How much does a new Posturepedic mattress cost?
What does this company mean to you?
Why should I tell you?
Why do I have to work in such a toxic work environment?
Is that why you hacked my bank?
Can you really blame me?
Why wouldn't I blame you? Otherwise, I might lose my job, don't you think?
All right.
Oh, wouldn't that be
Oh,
bad?
you got me.
I
You
would-
got
yeah,
me.
But that was a really good one. And what was great is you guys finally worked it in, the bank relationship. So that was a great job. So that's what we do, comedians. That's the improv. Erica, Imre, do you guys want to give it a shot or?
I can go. Yeah.
All right. So let's put Imre here and
Derek or Sirish want to do it?
let's see.
Or-
Sirish, do you wanna come on tonight and do some improv?
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
All right. So
All
let's
right. Sirish
So and this is good
Imre.
because we got, I don't know if you guys know this, but you guys are both have this computer skill going on here. So you're both in the programming realm. Okay, so let's go back to the generator. Imre, you're the guest. So what would you like? A location, relationship, or word?
I'm scared of the words because I don't know all of them.
Oh,
Let's do location.
Location,
Dragon's
location,
Cave.
location.
You're at a dragon's cave.
Did you
Are you-
did you find my sword?
Did you say something?
Did you find my sword in this
Did you
dragon
ask
cave?
me? Did you ask me if I was afraid?
My sword. Did you see my sword? I don't know where it is.
Can you hear
Well,
me?
we're going to let you pass on that one.
We're gonna let you pass. That's okay.
What did you say?
Was that a question?
What did you say?
Going off the rails.
Did
Dragon's
you hear the
cave.
dragon?
Did you hear the dragon?
Are you repeating everything I say?
Is that a lizard over there or a dragon?
What do you think?
Can I get your sword?
You want my sword?
Can I get your sword?
The long one or the short one?
Actually, that was Sirish said, "You want my sword?" That wasn't it wasn't a true question, but good job,
Ah.
you guys.
Yeah,
Ah.
I messed it up at the beginning. The text for the past. This is fun. It's very stressful.
I loved that. That was hella funny, dude. That was awesome. Yeah.
All right, we can do one more round. We'll just open it up to volunteers. Anybody who wants to try or wants to go one more time, or
I'll volunteer.
all right, excellent.
Hey.
And Erica, who do you want to partner with? Anybody on the show?
Eric, let's do it.
All right. Heck yeah. Eric's got to stick together. That's what's up. Heck yeah.
All right.
Safety in numbers.
So, what do you guys want to do?
Let's choose
Right.
relationship.
All right.
All right. Okay, hairdresser. regular.
Oh,
Can you do my braids?
Oh, let me see what we working with here. This is,
I mean, how long is it gonna take?
well, I don't know, baby. What you trying to do? Are you trying to go Coolio or you trying to go Farrah Fawcett?
What can I get for $25?
I can't do you no Bo Derek braids. I can do you some Bo Diddleys.
You gonna try to play me like that?
Baby, it's a rough road to hoe. I'm looking at about a $25 worth of head to do.
Do you accept crypto? Do you accept crypto as a payment?
Nah, what? Not around here, bro. We don't do that.
I'll get. Would you accept a gram of kryptonite?
What I just tell you about that crypto nothing? We don't crypt nothing around here, bro.
You know what? Can you do dreads instead?
Okay, hold on. Give me a minute. Let me go find. Let's see where we go. We gotta get this right here. This is my grandmama's.
Is it gluten free?
It's from Montego Bay, so I guess it is. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna pray about it. We're gonna do that.
Is it ethically sourced? I don't want. Oh.
It's got beeswax, carnauba, honey balm. It's it's natural. Let's do it.
All right.
I'm gonna accept. I accept. So let's do this. Yes, I want dreads.
And Victoria had a question about whether it was vegan.
Oh, good stuff.
Yeah.
Good job, you guys. Good job. All right, perfect. So that's all how we do improv here on the show. For those of you that are watching it, hey, it works. It's a lot of fun. The comedians have a good time, and it's good to exercise those skills. And actually, it was perfect that Erica was up because she's our next comedian we're going to interview. Guys, give it up for Erica Switzer for coming on the show. Thank you for coming on, Erica. I did learn a little bit about you in the sense of I understand that you were most recently in, of all places, Shanghai, China, and doing comedy over there.
I set out the entire Trump presidency.
Well, I was going to ask you, tell us about, so many things to ask here, but I guess simply just tell us about your background in comedy and what got you into comedy, and especially take us through how you decided to start doing comedy in Shanghai, China.
Well, I've been a comedy fan for years, and it was one of those things that I just kind of put on the back burner forever. In 2013, I got on Twitter, and at midnight was on Comedy Central, and I started doing hashtag wars. Going to school for English Lit, getting a master's in English Lit, it never occurred to me to actually just do comedy writing. And so that was kind of my first foray. I built up a bit of a Twitter following, and then in 2015, went to a live show and said, you know what, I think this is the next step. And I did not pick it up then. I put it on the back burner until July of 2017 when I was living and working in China. So it was part of the journey, part of my China journey, and it was an unexpectedly great thing about it.
What kind of venues do they have there? I mean, I'm imagining that an English community is going to be a bit small, but I mean, is there enough of an audience there?
Yeah, most definitely. I was in Shanghai. So Shanghai is a global city of about 25 million.
Okay.
With a very dynamic expat scene.
Mm-hmm.
And so the comedy venues there were decent when I got there. They were bringing big names from the UK, from the US.
Okay.
Doug Stanhope was there, Bill Bailey from the UK. I've seen Tom Green, Theo Vaughn, Kyle Kinane, just a good chunk of good name. Neil Brennan, my favorite.
Wow.
So we had a decent scene, but China being China, freedom of speech is not something that's a given. So,
right.
Things got kind of hairy for a while, and we don't really have any of comedy clubs officially, but there is a scene for sure.
Yeah. Wow, that's fascinating. And you said you were you got your master's in English literature, and then you said something. You said that you had been doing some Twitter-based writing, I suppose, on and then you kind of wrestled with whether it was enough of. I guess my question is about it's interesting how you came to joke writing, even though you can obviously write much more complicated, much more highbrow stuff, and yet you find joy in writing jokes. But I mean, how do you sort of reconcile that, is my question.
I had to reconcile it by breaking my brain in a way.
Okay.
And by undoing a lot of things that I learned formerly. So even though I'm, in a classroom day in and day out and teaching my students to be able to take on forms of academic writing, I'm telling my brain, get down to the nuts and bolts.
Right.
Remind your students how to get down to the nuts and bolts. So even from something as simple as teaching sixth graders how to summarize bigger passages of text, I'm applying the same thing at night as I'm writing my own material. So it was cool to be able to have like a newfound respect for the art of writing and writing in different forms and for different purposes, teaching it to my kids, and then by night going and applying it myself and putting it on stage.
It's really interesting how joke writing works, and the sort of the brevity of words. Generally speaking, brevity is good for all forms of writing, but especially for joke writing. So and then it's interesting that we have Imre on too, because Imre does, he has a spreadsheet way of characterizing it, and then you obviously can take a view of it as someone who's studied the English language and English literature. And I assume you said you were teaching at a private school over there, and you were there when the pandemic went down. And I mean, I don't want to kind of get depressing or whatever, but how was that? Like, all of a sudden you're teaching, and then you just
let's say I had a firm seat at the season premiere of world's longest episode of Black Mirror.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'll put it that way. That's the best way I can put it. And then also, being in there when it happened, hating to feel like a sitting duck as it was transpiring, saying, screw this, I'm going home. Almost paying $3,600 for a one-way ticket just to go back to Chicago. Spent a whole month with my family doing online learning for my kids. And then, March 16th rolls around and it's, hey, we need all of our staff to get back to Shanghai because they're about to start closing borders. And the US was about to start closing borders. So it was harrowing. I haven't wrote a lot about that experience because I feel like I'm still processing a lot of it.
Okay.
But the things that I have written, I'm starting to put on stage, and people are starting to kind of get a different kind of viewpoint.
Yeah. Well, we're glad to have you back here in America. You're in Chicago. And you sent us I want to talk a little bit about that also, but in the meantime, I wanted to get to your content, your clip. So you sent us a clip. Let me bring that up. So this was before you left Shanghai, you performed. And can you tell us a little bit about where this is and set it up a little bit?
This is one of my favorite holdovers. It's like a little nice speakeasy vibe, and we put on our open mics there, usually running 2 or 3 open mics a week, 2 or 3 showcase nights a week. And it's very interesting to go someplace and be comedy aunt for a whole scene.
Right.
And then, look back at it a year later, like, yeah, we definitely had a good thing going in that room.
Okay, so here's Erica Switzer performing in Shanghai. Let's see this clip.
What's out anyway? I'm going home to Chicago. Fuck them kids. Let's talk about what's real. Single ladies, make some noise. That grown back there? Jesus. That should have been my grown. I'm a 38-year-old woman in the middle of Shanghai, China, looking for love. Some bullshit. How do y'all think that shit's been going for me, huh? And I'm divorced. Like most of your parents, I'm divorced. It's really interesting. If you took a graph in my love life, I mean, my ex-husband was white, ex-boyfriend black, current boyfriend white. So a graph of my love life looks like a chess.
Okay. And Erica, I am so sorry. We were right in the middle of your set, and we were just about to give you a chance to promote your, whatever you've got going on. Erica, why don't you tell us about how people can find you, your comedy, and we are not live on Facebook. We're just going to be doing YouTube from this point forward because we lost our stream. Erica,
Okay.
go ahead and give everybody a chance to find out what you're going to be working on and how they can find you.
Okay. So basically, I'm on every social media platform. I might even be on Parler. You never know. But
I thought so.
the best way for you to figure out how to find me is to just go to ericaswitzer.com, hit up all those social buttons. Better yet, hit up that link tree and bookmark it so that you can get tickets to all of my latest and greatest shows, especially those in the Chicago area. Again, that's ericaswitzer.com.
All right. Well, Erica, thank you for coming on the show. Thank you for being such a great sport. Your set was great. And guys, give it up for Erica Switzer for coming on the show. And Erica, don't go anywhere because we will still do our quiz show tonight. We're gonna go ahead with that. And let us go to our next segment, which is our sponsors. Do we have it? Did Eric get back on? He did. Okay, great. So let me replace my spotlight here and put Eric back on. So guys, this show actually, believe it or not, we sometimes get people to sponsor the show, and there's only one person that can do that, and that's Eric. And Eric, tell us about our sponsors this week.
Oh man, I would love to. I'm really excited about this one because you know what? As Tommy alluded to earlier in the show, a lot. It's no secret that the Tommy Feldman Happy Hour, we have strong ties to OnlyFans. Okay, in fact, my modeling work I've done on OnlyFans. Sometimes it funds the shows each week. All right, so earlier this week when I heard that the policy changed, they're gonna have any more erotic material, I was like, well, dude, that's a wrap. I'm gonna be broke at the end of the month. But thankfully, they reversed their policy. All right, they changed that. They're still going to allow me to continue my career as a discount daishiki model on their website, which I'm grateful for. But anyway, all that behind us, it got me thinking. I really need to have alternative forms of revenue. Just in case things like that do happen. So I started my own company. Yeah, it's gonna be titled like board games have always been a passion of mine. So I started a tabletop board game company, and what I'm gonna do is I'm revamping old like family classics and adding like a little bit of pop culture for the modern audience. For the modern audience, all right. It's gonna be great. I'll show you guys some of my launch titles. All right, the first launch title coming out this fall. It's gonna be Crossfire Biggie and Tupac edition. Right, all right, dude. Everybody knows, right? Like, if you're throwing a fancy dress party, if you're at a cosplay convention, or dude, even if it ain't nothing but a gangster party, all right, Crossfire Biggie and Tupac edition, it's a must-have, dude. It's testing really great with our focus groups. Like, I have a direct quote from a group of teenagers. I asked them how the game was. They said, "It's lit." That's all you need, dude. It's lit. That's the highest praise you can get from teenagers. So I think that game's gonna do really well. And my second launch title I have, the only ones I'm going to show you guys for tonight. This one is definitely a family favorite of mine growing up. Connect Forrest Whitaker. All right, this game is so addictive. When I was testing it out, as I was designing it, I ended up playing it for like 5 days straight. Right at the end of it, I couldn't even see straight. Dude, I literally looked like Forrest Whitaker in Rogue One. So this game is great. It's gonna do really well. And yeah, that's really so. I mean, this week, I guess I can honestly say this week, the Tommy Feldman Happy Hour was brought to you by American Innovation and Gray Areas and Copyright Laws. And thank you guys. I'll see you guys in 2 weeks with more sponsors for everybody.
Right. Guys, get it for Eric for finding these wonderful sponsors. Always love the sponsors. This week, it was funny that he did the OnlyFans. Maybe now he will consider getting OnlyFannies as well. Maybe Eric, you can, if they'll sponsor us. All right, so now we're ready, and Linda's here, which is great. That's our next interviewee. So let me bring Linda here on the show. Guys, give it up for Linda Camacho. Yay for joining us.
What's up?
Yeah, good to have you on the great to have you on the show. We had you missed all the technical difficulties, so that was good timing on your part, actually, because we lost the stream. But you're here now, and we're so delighted to have you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming on. Now, I understand that you're from Canada. We love Canadians on this show. I'm not sure what it is. what I feel like whenever I do an open mic, a Zoom mic, the Canadians are always so welcoming to me, to Americans, and I don't know. I just feel like Canadian comics, they don't have any kind of chip on their shoulder. They're just sort of just happy to be doing comedy. But anyway,
We're good actors.
yeah, you guys are great.
Yeah.
And I understand from your background, not only that you are in Canada, but you also do a lot of bilingual comedy, or you have sort of the Spanish and the English combined possibilities. But you know what? Why don't you tell us about yourself, Linda? Tell us your background in comedy, especially what got you into comedy in the first place.
All right. Well, I was like depressed and didn't have much going on with my life. And then I took a second city class. And I was like,
okay.
This is actually perfect. Yeah, because honestly, my life is riddled with embarrassing moments like every second of every day. So why not make people laugh at me for a good cause, like getting people happy. And yeah, I agree that Canadians like in America is like, we're all getting along on the Zoom. I have so many American friends because of the Zoom comedy, and Zoom comedy has done so much for me throughout the pandemic. I haven't stopped comedy at all. People say they take a break. That to me, no break was ever had. I started doing the Spanish comedy online for the first time. So I was like, this kind of thing wasn't available to me in real life, in the comedy clubs in Canada. So the fact that I was able to, meet up with Americans and Mexicans and other South Americans and do comedy in Spanish, that's like, it's the best. It's so fun.
Do you do comedy? You can do comedy in Spanish, you can do comedy in English, but do you ever do in both languages, like sort of simultaneously?
Yeah, I feel like it always is like, even the stories in my head are mixed because I'll be saying something and then my mom says something in Spanish. I do a lot of jokes about my mom. So I'm already translating half the joke in one or the other language.
Yeah.
So I like to do the mix and have like only English speaking comics or audience members try to like decipher what we're saying. But I think everyone has a good time with these shows, these Spanglish shows.
So, and let's talk about that. So I noticed that you're the host of this Spanglish show.
Yeah.
So is this produced by you as well, or?
It is part of the Unknown Comedy Club,
okay.
And that is run by Rodney Ramsey and Daniel Woodrow. And they do other shows at the Unknown Comedy Club. One is called Frontline Workers, which they actually have a show tonight. And they said, I told them I had this idea and they're like, let's do this. Let's make this into a show. And honestly, I'm so happy they gave me the opportunity to produce this Spanglish show and host it. And I have awesome American comedians on. Actually, this Sunday is my next show. So I'm stoked.
All right. Well, I wanted to show a little bit of a clip of your comedy, and I found one. And I think I sent it to you. Is it all right if we just show a couple minutes of that clip?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So let's show.
Oh, this is my second city performance, by the way. When I took classes there. So,
so were you in Toronto, Linda?
Yes, Toronto.
So this is at the Second City.
Second City, Toronto. Yeah.
Toronto.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's play that right now.
I'm from Calgary. Well, I lived there for a while, and I miss it there because over there I'm a 7.3. And here there's just so many competitions, so many models. I'm only a 7.1. And now, instead of getting catcalled or whistled or random guys touching my face, I just get angry homeless guys yelling at me when I don't give them change. But I do it on purpose because it reminds me of my ex. And I miss him. I love flirting, but I'm kind of a bad flirt. I didn't even know when I was coming back from Calgary. This cute flight attendant came up to me. He was like, I love your My Little Pony shirt. I just love it. And I was like, thank you. You look like the type of person that would like My Little Pony. You're a fat girl because skinny girls always get compliments on their whole body. Oh, your body's so hot. And fat girls, it's always specific body parts. Like, oh, I like your soft elbows. Or I like the way your glasses sit on your face. Or I like your hand-sized tits. They really are hand-sized.
Oh my! Excellent.
Thank you. I haven't seen this long.
That part of at Second City, is that like a part of the class, or is it part of like the sort of some regular show?
Yeah, that was the graduation class, so like the last final, and that was only level 2. So you can tell I was kind of new. I left the stand and the
level 2.
Yeah, level 2. There's 3 levels.
Okay.
And I did level 2.
Hey, Linda, can I ask you a question, Linda? It's like, I swear, this came up at work the other day, and you're the perfect person to help settle this debate. I swear to God. So I believe the further away you get from Mexico going north, the worse Mexican food gets. So what is Mexican food like in Canada? I need to know.
The best Mexican food I've had here. Persians run the restaurant.
Oh,
so.
Yeah. Okay, that's good to know. Okay, if I'm in Canada, find a Persian-owned Mexican joint, like a taqueria by Cersei's. Yeah, I'm gonna look for that. That's tight.
Persian Mexican.
Thank you.
That actually sounds pretty good, like a fusion. If you could,
I would
it's
totally
not a fusion.
Yeah.
They just know what they're doing.
They just know what they're doing.
You know how to work a grill. That's what's up. I love it.
Right. Now, so Linda, what's it like up there now in your comedy scene in Toronto? Is it, are you back out regularly now performing, or is it, what's the situation?
I did have a comedy bar show. So comedy bar is now open. It just opened in August. So literally we were in extreme lockdown until July.
Okay.
And then right now it looks like things are getting pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling things will shut down by September or October, but so like cases are rising, and it's like that moment where like, is it or is it not going into lockdown? But what does history say?
What does it say?
I think we're on the losing side here. But I think eventually.
I don't know. You seem to be doing better off in Canada as far as, I don't know, just your rate, your the willingness of people to cooperate and sort of look out for each other. That's just my observation, but
I think so. Things are getting a little less like that now that everyone's vaccinated. It's a free for all, but you can still get sick, and I've been sick twice. I never want to go through it again. So it was horrible. So I actually am not doing any more indoor live shows at this moment in time. I just because cases are rising in Toronto, so I don't want to risk it.
Well, so
online Zoom shows.
What do you do? Tell us about what you got coming up online then, so people can find you and watch your comedy and see what you're up to.
Well, if you want, you can add Unknown Comedy Club, and there's also a website where you can get tickets for my next show. It's on this Sunday at 8:30 p.m. EDT. EDT, guys. I never used to say EDT so much in my life until now. But yes, EDT. We're we're gonna have a good time. And basically, I'm always on Carol Newell's show as well at the World's Best Laugh. I like doing that fans shows too, so that's where you can find me. And also Hippie Rocker Comedy Girl on Instagram.
All right. Well, guys, give it up for Linda for coming on the show. We are going to post your information on our group page, get you some promotion here, and we really do appreciate it, you coming on the show. And that was Linda Camacho. We're gonna segue. Nico Lukov is not here this week, so what that means is we're gonna go straight to our quiz show, and it's perfect timing for that, actually. So let's get right to it now. We do, and Victoria, the Radical Vegan, glad that you're still on here, and maybe you're gonna have some interesting things to say about this, what we're about to do here. But how's it going for you, Victoria? Everything good and good over there? Victoria?
Uh-oh.
Did I lose her?
May have radicalized her.
Victoria, are you still with us?
Yeah, sorry, I think you cut out.
Oh, sorry. I just wanted to check in with you and make sure everything is okay so far for you.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's hard to know that so many of you aren't making sustainable life choices. But I try to, just be here as an example of how healthy you can be if you eat vegan. Like, I haven't gotten COVID once because I have hay juice 3 times a day. And I think that's a more sustainable way of curing most diseases. So.
Hay juice, did you say?
Hay juice? Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you've noticed horses live a very long time.
Uh-huh.
So based on just some observation, I think it's working great for me as well.
Well, they do eat a lot of hay, and they are healthy, but I never knew you could eat hay juice. Thank you for educating us on that. And with that, I think it's time to get into the quiz. So we have a quiz show here, and it's a special kind of quiz show. I used to live in Japan a long time ago, and one thing I learned when I was living there is that Japanese commercials are really funny. Japanese comedy is really funny. And so when I started my comedy career a few years ago, I thought I was always thinking of a way or looking for a way to bring Japanese comedy into what I do. And this is it. What I do on the show is, for you comedians, is I play clips of commercials from Japan. I play them and I stop them part way, and then you guys need to try to guess what the commercial is trying to sell, or what they're trying to advertise. And so what I always do is I let the comedians go first. So, Linda and Imre and Erica, you're going to have first crack at trying to guess, and then we'll go to the regulars and see what they say. So with that, let us go to our quick. I hope we still have Eric and Sirish. I don't see their screens on right now.
Hey.
You're still here? Okay, great.
Right here.
All right, perfect. All right, so let's go to our first commercial of the night. Somehow the sun is in my face, and I'm not going to do anything about it because I don't know. I just don't want to get up. So, okay. Anyway, our first commercial of the night, we'll start right now. Here we go. Hi. Oh, okay. Maybe I went too far, but what is this a commercial for, you guys? Let's start with Erica.
Let's see. I believe this is a rinse aid for your dishwasher.
A rinse aid for your dishwasher. They do have those. This does look like that little bottle that you put into.
Heck yeah.
And that's a problem I have with dishwashers. Is like you put the dishwashing liquid in, but apparently that's not enough. They got to sell you one other product to get the dishes actually clean. But I won't go off on that tangent, will I? Nope, it's not that. But we're gonna keep on rolling, and let's see if Linda Camacho. Do you have an idea what this is a commercial for?
I'm gonna say. I mean, it obviously is mouthwash. It's
mouthwash.
Yeah,
hands down.
Okay. Mouthwash. Getting a little bit warmer in terms of what you sort of apply, the area that you apply it to, and what it's sort of, and you would find it at a drugstore. But Imre, what do you think?
Yeah, that's what I thought. It was like a breath mint or something.
It is not a breath mint, but you guys are getting a little warmer. All right, let's go to Victoria, the radical vegan. Victoria.
I think that it's probably vegan eye drops.
Getting super warm as far as where you put them and what they do, but there's a little bit more to it. They're not vegan. You do put it in the eye, but can we get some more specifics? Can we get some more? I'm looking for one other keyword here. Let's try Eric. What is this?
I didn't see the commercial, so I'm gonna guess very very accurately, and I think it's a soy-based LSD drop. Yeah,
soy-based LSD.
Yeah, it has to be, right? Look at that image. Come on, it's like a worse check for your eyes while you're on LSD. Obviously, maybe not obviously.
Well, still, you're right about the eye drops, but there's more to it than that. Ed, what do you think?
Well, my initial guess was going to be that it was hay juice based eye drop. But I'm going to say that they're cooling eye drops. I don't know what that would mean, but anyway, that's the only thing
I'm gonna give it to you.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's for contact lenses. But it is the cooling and the rehydration, and yeah, I can play the whole thing through here just to kind of see. So you see how he rubbed his eyes first. That was the clue right there. The eyes. Not right after this. He rubs his eyes, and then the cheerleaders come in. She says a contact lens. She says contact lens right in there. Yeah, ice crush.
After seeing the commercial, I feel like I would have made the same guess anyway. So I feel vindicated.
All right. Let's go to the next commercial. Oh, it's actually right after this. Okay, so.
サランラップだよ、サランラップだよ、サランラップだよ、サランラップだよ。あ、サラン。
All right.
I'm a little upset to find out that they were videotaping my yoga class.
All right, let's start this time with Imre. What do you think?
I don't know, some kind of a balance fixer. I don't know.
Balance? Well, this is the product right here.
Yes, right. So it fixes your balance. Maybe it's a balance cream.
A balance.
You put it on.
The balance cream goes in the box. Take it out and you apply it. Okay.
Evenly, of course.
Apply evenly. Nicely done, Ed. Erica, what do you think?
Because I want to give the wrongest answer first. This really looks like hemorrhoid cream.
Yeah.
But because I'm actually paying attention, I'm going to say this is plastic wrap.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Wow.
Nice job. Yes. Not a little box. It's a big box. It's a box of saran wrap. So let's play and actually, I don't know, Erica, did you hear them say saran? Did you hear that part?
No.
Oh.
Yeah. I was just looking at the meters and stuff on the box.
Yeah. 50 meters, right. What else could come in 50 meters, right? So
preparation.
That's the benefit of knowing metrics, right? I mean, Americans, they don't even think of what that would be. Because everything's in feet and inches. All right, so let's play it again one more time. He keeps saying it's saran wrap, it's saran wrap. Okay. That's it. So, all right. Good job, Erica.
Yeah.
So the bear was basically the colors of the boxes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see if I can find that. Where's the next one?
That should have been the last commercial, so you could say that's a wrap. Anyway.
Oh, for real, dude. Man.
All right. Right after this Clorettes commercial.
Sompo Holdings.
あ、ジャパンだ。損保ジャパン日本語は。車の保険は損保ジャパン日本。
Now, actually, I didn't even. This is the whole commercial. There's nothing really to stop. It's all. It's all. You have to figure it out from context. So, let's go to Linda. What is this a commercial for, Linda?
Oh, it's obviously it's something like a protein, like a muscle protein. You know,
like how you like obviously.
Obvious.
Muscle protein. Okay. A panda muscle eat.
Protein milkshake, whatever you guys call it. Clearly, I take those things. I know that they're.
Imre, what do you think?
I think it's a car shampoo.
A car shampoo. Okay. Getting a little bit warmer. In terms of you're right about like related to the vehicle. Erica, what do you think? Do you read these characters?
Indian. There are some similarities, and I was trying to look at some similarities. Again, wrong answer only. I could have sworn I heard him call the character Japanda.
Yeah. Yes. It is Japanda.
Okay. So I was paying attention. Actually, I think this is auto insurance.
What?
Nice.
Wow.
No. Hey.
What is going on?
Erica can read.
Recount.
Character.
I would just like to say on the record that I was gonna guess auto insurance as well, but yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
How did you figure it out?
What's that?
I was asking Erica how she figured it out.
I don't really speak Chinese, but I believe the characters in the second line that look like a rectangle looking like the number 8 and a TP are kind of like for family or foundation. So that's what made me think that it was car insurance.
These two right here, these two characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's correct. That's in Japanese sompo, and it's liability. Liabilities for liability insurance. So great job. Well, I didn't know we had a ringer tonight. My bad. I should have checked you out a little bit better. All right, but anyway.
And you mean that in the most innocent sense of the word. Yeah.
All right, we still have one more though, and I don't think Erica's going to guess this one because it's not really related to characters necessarily, but okay. Right after this one. Ed's not ready. Right after this one.
私こんな朝がきっと来るって信じてた。
きっとこれが運命さ。
ずっと一緒だって約束してくれる？
世界が終わるまで2人は一緒だよ。
ほら、ピーちゃんも祝福してくれてる。天国のばあちゃんもきっと。どこ？
All right. So that's I know you guys are worried at first you're like, oh, did his internet go out again? Yeah. But no, this was part of the commercial. So it says wickedly good wherever you slice. Okay, so they're giving you a little bit of a clue. Imre, what do you think?
Wow. Maybe it's some kind of a bird chopping device. This is where my mind goes immediately.
Yeah. Okay.
Mixer. I don't know.
Erica, I don't think you'll this would be too difficult to guess. Even the characters won't help. So, what do you think?
This is a fried chicken commercial.
No, not fried chicken. Linda, what do you think?
Definitely vegan cheese.
Oh yeah.
That's Victoria's thing. In fact, Victoria, what do you say? Do you think it's for something, a vegan product?
I think that it's for a vegan humidifier.
Okay. Sirish, you want to chime in?
Yeah, I don't know, Tommy. I don't know what this looks like. Is this some sort of internet service?
That's what I thought when I first saw the video, but no, they're leading you down a different path. The clue is in the words that you use here, slice, wherever you slice. So
It's a
Eric,
bird slicer.
what's a bird slicer? Yeah. Eric, what do you think?
Is it? I think is it video editing software for Japanese OnlyFans?
That's a pretty good guess.
Yeah.
Good call back. Sirish, you said you wanted to say something. I thought I heard you.
I don't know. So is it some sort of meat that you slice?
A what?
Some sort of meat that you're slicing.
Oh,
so we can go wherever you slice.
Getting warmer. You're getting warmer. So that's all I'll say. Ed, what do you think?
I'm just guessing here. Is it knives?
No, but let me play a little bit more, and then anyone.
Sushi.
Who said that?
Oh yeah.
Who said sushi?
Sirish. I think it's
think
it's sushi.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's sushi. It's a sushi restaurant.
どこを切っても美味しい最高の素材は銀の皿。
I like tempeh.
Gin no sara is the restaurant.
If I would have saw that English at the end, I would have got it, bro. Seriously. Got it, dude.
So that's the show, you guys. I hope you all had a good time. Victoria, the radical vegan.
Thank you. Tommy, could I promote something?
Of course.
Yeah, I just would like to incentivize going to a more healthy, sustainable lifestyle as a vegan by inviting everyone to follow me on OnlyFans. I only let non-meat eaters subscribe, and there's some pretty good content to incentivize that. So you can follow me on onlyfans.com/the Victoria the Radical Vegan. Thank you.
Okay. Nice job, Victoria. And for those of you that liked Victoria the Radical Vegan, you can find more about her real identity, Hailey Hackett, at her Instagram. And she's Hailey Hackett. Guys, give it up for Hailey. This is Hailey Hackett, ladies and gentlemen. Today as Victoria the Radical. Great job.
She's also a vegan.
With this character. And anybody else has something to promote? Eric or Ed or Sirish?
Yeah, I do. I forgot to go with my green screen. I'm so dumb. Anyway, so I wasn't gonna show the flyer. Oh, like what, dude? Oh yeah, there. Can you kind of see it? It has my picture of my cast. Anyway, look, I'm so terrible. The first show already got rescheduled. Anyway, it doesn't even matter. But anyway, next Thursday, if you happen to be in Berkeley, California, I'm gonna be at the Way Station with like Luke Newman, Luke Moore. The two Lukes. They run a great show out there. I'm honored to be a guest finally out there in Berkeley. So yeah, if you happen to be in the Bay Area next Thursday night, come to the Way Station in Berkeley. It's gonna be real fun.
All right, perfect. All right, Ed, do you have anything to plug?
I think the only thing I have to plug is come to our open mics on Tuesdays if you're in the Bay Area at Off the Hook at 8:00.
All right. Sirish, did you want to add anything before we wrap?
Hey, it's Friday, everybody. Happy Friday.
Great. Happy Friday, everybody. Have a great weekend, everyone. We will be back in 2 weeks from now. I guess that would be the 10th of September. So we'll be back and same time, 5:00 on Friday. And it was great seeing everybody. We will be putting this up on YouTube. And I think what I'll do is I'll try to combine the two segments so we'll just have one YouTube. I think.
No way, dude. Just make it say to be continued. Yeah. It's split it up. It's like a whole seasons of it. Dude, that'd be tight.
I think I could do it.
Way to create the tension.
Yeah, exactly.
And I have to figure out what's going on with my cable internet. Although I guess cable internet is synonymous with problematic internet, right? So I guess I shouldn't be surprised. But we'll fix those problems, and we will be back in a couple weeks. Thanks everybody for coming on the show. It was a great time. Give it up for yourselves. And Ed, take us out at the end
Thanks for having me.
That reminds me.
Thanks, everybody.
Ed should have a cool DJ name. Yeah, Ed Rick Ruben, DJ Ed Rick Ruben or something like that. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So that's something for next time.
All right. Until next week. Thank you guys.
Thanks, everybody. Great
everybody.
show.
Good night.
Good night.
All right. Good night, everyone.
Good night.